Hello viewers and welcome to the Premier Sport Fan Center live watch along show and a continuation of the African Cup of Nations qualifier. Last time out we saw the Super Eagle against the Republic of Benin. It was a demolition 3-0 in favor of the Super Eagle of Nigeria, but the Wasps of Rwanda coming from a stalemate game when they play against Libya. It ended 1-1 in that encounter. But today we will match the winner, the match between the Wasps of Rwanda versus the Super Eagle of Nigeria. With the Eagle eat up the Wasps, and Wasps is an insect with a narrow waist, yeah. But today a swan of up can actually bring down a mighty elephant if they work together. And remember the story of David and Goliath. But yeah, I hope Nigeria is one of those big giants. We call them big for nothing. But today, at the end of 90 minutes, we'll be able to say who is the giant and who is the winner. Well, I'm not alone to talk about all the life happening in this encounter today. From my far left, I have Yemi himself.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good day to talk about the Super Eagles. They gave us some a reason to smile the last time, and let's just hope that they give us another reason to smile today, because to whom much is given, much is expected. A lot of talent in store, and impromptu management, the coaching staff, and let's just see how they cope with it, because it can be neither here nor there. They won the last game. The Nigerian fans were singing their praises. They should know that the Nigerian fans can actually turn on them ASAP. So all they need to do is just lose this one, and the Nigerian fans will turn on them again.
All right, football is like a roller coaster. You don't know where it will roll to. But you remember, anytime you are winning, you are the best. But if you are losing, you receive a lot of criticism. But let's see if they will continue with that winning streak here. Well, I have your favorite analyst, Doki himself. You're welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon, gentlemen and ladies, viewers, fans worldwide of Nigerian football. I want to say good afternoon to you, good morning to you, and good evening to you from whichever part of the world you're watching. And today we are going to be watching Nigeria soar as the eagle over the Wasp of Rwanda. We know the Wasps have a range. Actually, they have the highest range they can go in the sky. And they can't go beyond that. But the eagle has a much higher range they can go. My expectation is that the Eagles of Nigeria, the Super Eagles, will be able to soar and fly really high above all the oaks, above all the mahoganies, or beeches, and all the big trees of this world, and come out today with all the 3 points as we go in the qualification for the next AFCON.
All right, you have heard that from the doc himself, and to our viewers, wherever you are, this show is made for you. You can be part of this show. We want you to be part of this show by sending in your live comments and also liking our page. And if you have not subscribed before, please do wait to subscribe. You can also call in. The number you can call in is in front of the screen there, and you can also like the show. That is how we do it here in Premier Sport. And remember, Nigeria is one of those African countries that have won the African Cup of Nations 3 times. They have joined 3 times with Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire also won it thrice. But the Rwandans have never won it before. In fact, this is their second campaign, though they have campaigned a lot for the African Cup of Nations. But they've only been once in the African Cup of Nations. Only once they've qualified. But let's see if for the second time they will qualify in this 2025 African Cup of Nations coming up in Morocco. Well, let me quickly read out the lineup of today's encounter. The first 11 of the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the swap of Rwanda. Wherefore Rwanda, where they are playing a formation here of a 4-4-1-1 formation here for the Rwandans. Then the Super Eagles of Nigeria are playing a 3-4-2-1 formation here for Nigeria. Then if you look at the lineup for the Rwandans, where we are having Ntwari, Umburenga, Mutsenzi, Buzana, that's the captain of the Rwanda, Bizinana, that is his name. Then we have Niyumumbu, Muhari, Manzi, Nohiti, Mogisha. We have 2 Mogisha there. We have Kwizara. That is the line up for the Rwandan side here. And remember, this match is being played in the newly renovated Amahuru Stadium in Rwanda. Yeah, it was renovated, and they did the inaugural celebration by dropping a trophy for the inaugural trophy for the on Amahuru Stadium, where one of the local team there, APR versus the Police FC of Rwanda, actually opened that stadium while the APR team won in that encounter. But today, let's see if they will continue with that. Yeah. So let me quickly read out the lineup here for the Nigerian side here, where we have the goalkeeper Wabali, and then we have Jai. Trust Ekong is also there. Kevin Bassi, Olaino, Wilfred Ndidi, Deli Bashiru, Onyemechi is there, Chukwueze, Lukman, and Victor Boniface. That is the starting lineup for the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Yeah, expected starting lineup. You don't change a winning team. Formation that is working, you don't change it, and I think that's what the coach has tilted towards. And I think some substitution will later come up in the second half, like the likes of Victor Osimhen will come in, and you can observe the coach, because you don't want to rush a player who wasn't really part of the preseason into a starting 11 in the second game of the season. So because we know the history, the injury history of Victor Osimhen. So I think that's a smart one from Eguavoin. And let's just see how they interpret the game plan, because this is another setup entirely from Benin. This one might be very, very difficult to break down, but over time, let's see how they will cope at the end of the day.
All right, Doki, what about your view? What is your view on this lineup so far for the Super Eagles?
Okay, so the lineup is, as it appears, a balanced one. It's neither defensive nor attacking. You have a crop of attackers, frontliners, who we know are pretty offensive in their nature. Demola Lukman is very offensive. We know of Victor Boniface too to be pretty offensive. And then we expect the likes of Onyemechi, Bruno, to support them from the flanks, and Olaino to support them also, attacking from the various flanks. Now we expect the defense to be beefed up with the return of Trust Ekong, who was a strong pillar in the last game. His presence was actually a lot of boost to the defense. And the defensive midfielder, I like the introduction of Dele Bashir in the mix-up, especially in the holding pivot zone. He's been doing pretty well, and indeed is in the game as well. So we have a double pivot who we expect to do a lot in moving the ball forward, as well as curtailing the wasp from biting or from even flying over the Eagles' defenses. So what I expect to see in this game is a check of the Rwandans in the midfield, especially the middle half of the field and close to the last part of the Eagles' part. We don't want them to play in the 18-yard. Okay, so we want to get the game stopped in that area and make sure they don't have a chance to play in the final third or 18 of the Super Eagles. While we are going to be doing a lot more via the flanks, we expect the Super Eagles to be playing more through the flanks, through Chukwueze on this side, and then through Ademola Lukman on the other side, as well as running in the center. So the ball will likely not flow so much in the center of the field in this game, but more from the flanks. And there's a chance here for Nigeria. Oh no. Oh no, it was still blocked. Oh, that was a moment. Thank you very much.
All right, before the commentary starts, let me quickly read this message from Igbenije Osaz. He say, Igbenije Osaz, watching you from Benin City. Thank you very much, Igbenije, for that comment.
Yeah, so game on in this one. It is Rwanda who has a free kick right there in a dangerous area. Very close to the Super Eagles box right there. You can see the referee dishing out some information to the players on what to do and what not to do in this encounter. 17th minute of that one is a free kick to the Rwandans. They said they are part of the insects family. But forever an eagle will also will always take an insect for lunch or dinner or maybe breakfast as it please. So the free kick was headed out and Rwanda back in possession. Send a long cross to the right hand side of the attack. And they will try to attack from this position, trying to take the game to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They cross into the box. Oh, headed out by the Nigerian right back right there, who was at the right place at the right time. Rescuing Nigeria from this one. And hey, the Rwandans won't stop. They'll keep attacking till they want to get a goal right there. So Rwanda still in possession of the ball. Right there, send a long pass forward, trying to press through the Nigerian setup. But hey, Nigeria wins back possession, trying to take the game back to the Rwandans. Last possession. And during this game so far, the Super Eagles has not really registered their imprint on this game so far. I don't know if the Doc has maybe a different opinion on this.
Well, what we expect is for the Eagles to acclimatize. First of all, they are playing in Rwanda, and at a very odd period, time of the day. This is 2 p.m. and we know how hot it may be in that region right now. And this is a region the Rwandans are very familiar with. They are very comfortable with. They have been attacking the Eagles from the center, from the sides. And the Eagles have to, first of all, cushion the effect. They need to first absorb the pressure. And while doing that, they can strategize on moving forward. But moving forward, I've not seen them do much, except for one beautiful chance created solely by Ademola Lookman, and which it took a shot at the goalkeeper. It was saved by the goalkeeper. That could have been the first goal of the match, but it wasn't to be. But right now, I think the Rwandans have a corner kick.
Corner kick it is for Eagles. The Rwandans right there at the 19th minute of this encounter. Can they take this one home? The English will say it's coming home with this being to the back and a cross. Taking into a dangerous area, but cleared by the Nigerian defender and still in dangerous area. Rwanda has the ball, plays the shot, but it was blocked by the Nigerian right there. The flag stayed down and didn't go up for an offside. They crossed into the box, headed out by Calvin Bassi, and it's still Rwandans asking the right questions. Will they get the answers? And that was a good turn by the Rwanda player running into a dangerous area. But rather, it was Bashiru that did the needful. And I lay every danger right there. Send it back to the Rwandans, who will try to restart from there right there. So, the Rwandans back with the ball. It's still the 19th minute of this encounter. Rwanda knew, Nigeria knew it is. Oh my goodness. The Rwandans are not looking like the minnow in this one. They really want to have the eagle for lunch at this time. So I don't know if the gaffer has ever seen an insect that actually killed an eagle.
Yeah. Like I said, the swamp of an insect, together when you get into the nursery, they start working from there. They troop themselves together. You can bring down even an elephant. An insect can even kill an eagle. Go into his nose, go to his beak, his eyes, another thing. He gets confused. You start gradually. You know how they go together like a team. It is possible to bring down even a Goliath.
Yeah, is it possible to bring down a Goliath?
And another thing we have to note here is that the Rwandans are on the back. They're actually on the back foot here. They are coming from a poor position. They played a draw. 1 point. Nigeria came from a win. So we actually have the result on our side. And let's not forget the Rwandans have something to play for. They are playing on a home soil, on a just refurbished pitch. And they possibly want to impress their wonderful president, who is touted to be one of the best in Africa right now, and who is doing a lot for sports and youth development. But be that as may, we know what can happen when the eagles pick up insects. You first play with it, you throw it around before you bite its tail. And this is a wasp. They always come with a heavy tail or heavy bomb, and then you bite that off, and then it remains the head. So we're actually waiting for that moment when the Eagles will show superiority. Yesterday I saw the match, the closing match in the UEFA Champions League between Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. The last one they just played in May. And for the first 60-70 minutes, Borussia Dortmund was the one with the pressure. They controlled the game. until that header from Cavaya. And that header was the goal that made all the difference. 9 minutes later, another goal came from Vinicius Junior. And that made all the difference. It changed the dynamics of the whole game, and it changed whoever was controlling or who held the trophy. So once that moment, that changing moment just happens, that decision, that activity, everything changes. And then we move from there. So that's the moment we're waiting for to see with the Eagles. But the Rwandans can play themselves out as much as they want to.
Yeah, right now it is the 21st minute of this encounter, going to the 22nd minute. And the Rwandans have been the better side in this encounter. Talking about ball possession, they've acquired 60% of the ball possession, and Nigerian 40%. And then a goal attempt.
Throwing comes from Nigeria.
And it's a goal! No, cancelled.
Oh, free kick.
Oh no!
The goal has been cancelled.
Oh no!
Ademola Lookman
is not going to be.
The goal will be disallowed.
Wow, the goal has been disallowed. And that beautiful moment built up from the Super Eagle of Nigeria. He said Ademola Lookman again. He headed that one into the net, but the referee say it was offside. And let's look at that moment. Look, that doesn't look like an offside.
No, it will have been a push.
I don't think.
Couldn't have been an offside.
If there is a VAR, this should be a goal.
You don't have offsides in throwing. The throwing, the FIFA law does not.
That's what I'm saying. The referee should have a rule. Oh, it's already game has already, because this Africa. Sometimes technology is what is actually
no, but what exactly did they stop the goal for? It could have been a push.
I think an infringement.
Yes, it could have been that push before the header from Boniface.
No, but he was actually doing like this. That means the line offside. That was the description of the referee. It was actually.
He couldn't have called an offside for a throw-in.
Maybe when we get a proper analysis of the first half, then we can actually go back to it. But right now, the Rwandans are not slowing down. Dele Bashiru will find Shemi Ajayi at the heart of the defense. Dele Bashiru lost possession, but Olaino covers up. And hey, what is Dele Bashiru doing in there? Chukwueze running down the middle, and Boniface controls this one, tries to attack with the ball, and he will find Ademola Lookman, who play down the run of the cross into the box, cleared by that Rwandan defender right there. 24th minute of action right there in Rwanda. Is Rwanda 0, Nigeria 0 as it stands. Ademola Lookman about to take the corner kick from that attack. And it looks like these days the Super Eagles are becoming way better in their set piece positions.
Yeah, gradually becoming way better. I don't know whether it's the impact of the coach or the individual.
We cross into the box from the corner kick headed out by that Rwandan player. And hey, the Super Eagles are here. The fans are dancing. One thing about the supporters club, even if the Super Eagles are losing, they don't stop dancing. Right there, and Ademola Lookman with the ball returning back to his teammate Bright.
I think that is attributed to the culture in the country. At a point in time in 2019-21, Nigeria was awarded the happiest country.
Yeah.
Happiest people on earth.
Yeah.
And Nigeria was in a position to be competing with the poorest country at the time. Where highest number of poor people. And that was blown off the post. That was blown off. It was deflected. It was going right in. There was a corner. He was entering the post, and suddenly somebody just created a leg. I don't know where that leg came from. Could I have
but I think that's terrible defending from the Rwandans. Why will you clear a ball like this? What is this?
And why will you return that kind of back pass?
And even Boniface could do better. He could have lifted his attempt. You don't play it on the ground. The guys are on the ground already. So corner kick to the Super Eagles, and tempers are beginning to flare in this encounter. Tempers are beginning to flare right there, and I think Dele Bashiru came in for this other guy in the middle for
Iwobi.
the Super Eagles.
Alex
Iwobi. We don't know. Maybe he's injured or something. We don't know
maybe you should just rest. Let's try someone else.
It's
It's about the time we tried somebody else in that position. Alex Nwobi has performed on the lines. He has actually been in between performing and failing.
Thank you.
And you can't actually define whether he didn't perform well or not. But let's have
in the last encounter, I raised this issue, and I was telling the analyst here then that to me, I rated Nwobi low in the last performance. But he was giving me reasons why Nwobi had to be rated high, because you see from papers he looked the best, but Eguavoen has actually seen it, and that's where he need to rest and come maybe in the second half to play.
Let's press somebody else in that position. We can't stick to a mediocre performer. If he's doing 50%, that's not what we want. We want something 90%, 80%. Let's have an 8.0 performer there. If he can make up, otherwise we return him
to where it came from.
Yeah.
All right. So, South Africa, South Sudan 1-1 at this point in time. The Super Eagles of Nigeria against the Rwandans is still 0-0 at this point in time right there at the Rwandan stadium, and the Super Eagles will attack down the right. And Olai knock us back right there. We try to fancy his chances right there to try to create for Boniface to convert, who has been gun shy since the beginning of this qualifier. Boniface has been away. We saw him.
One will wonder what Boniface is doing outside the penalty area. He's right here close to the defense line. He's playing in the two position. He's standing there. While Olaino is the one offending in the 18-yard. Why that change? Why the mix-up? I think we need his presence in the 18-yard to actually put pressure on the defenders. Without the presence of the striker, the defenders go on holiday. And when they find other defenders to face, it's easier for them to stop a defender than stopping an established professional striker. So I will expect Boniface to spend more time in the penalty area of the Rwandans than sticking out as a defender.
The Rwandans right now, they're trying to play spoiler here. Look at the kind of tackles they're taking to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We saw that one against Dele Bashiru. He narrowly escaped that stamp, and they got Chukwueze. Because if you look at it,
looking injured. We just hope he doesn't become another.
Before that tackle on him, there was this verbal confrontation between the players and
it looks like he's in serious play.
Of course, he's in serious play. There was a verbal confrontation between these two players. They were arguing. We saw that almost brought all the players together, and he now responded with a tackle against him. So to me, it's a deliberate thing. These are the kind of tackle the referee have to dish out his red card.
Well, maybe even if it's not the red card, they should fling the yellow card, the warnings.
Already, he gave him a yellow card anyway.
Gave him a yellow card, but that looks like a stamp.
But wait a minute. What's Iheanacho warming up for? That's Kelechi warming up on the sideline. What is he warming up for? Who wants Kelechi in this kind of match? Come on, why are they bringing in senior man?
Well, that is Eguavoen's tactics. Maybe Eguavoen can use him better than maybe
no, I don't think senior man is what we want in this kind of game. We have
senior man is playing in Sevilla.
We have Osimhen here. We have Boniface here. We have Awoni here.
This is first half. This is the first half.
Why is senior man warming up? Why is Kelechi warming up?
No,
Awoni is there on the bench.
Look at the role of Chukwueze. It looks more sweet for Iheanacho to come in. But maybe Iheanacho is a bit slower than Chukwueze. I think that's why Chukwueze is starting ahead of him. So we need somebody who can run in between the lines with the ball. So and corner kick to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Ademola Lookman will take this one into the box, but the goalkeeper was there to parry that one out, and it's going to be a throw into the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Half an hour of football gone in that encounter. Still Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil. Nigeria's had a goal disallowed. Ademola Lookman, the man on fire, looks more like a potential candidate for the African Footballer of the Year.
With every encounter and every touch, Ademola Lookman consistent. He seems to be the more consistent player in line for the trophy of the African best player. With every passing game, the guy just seems to make a mark. He's always played at 8.0, 7.5 and above in most of his games. Unfortunately, he has other shadows, other covers on him. Last season it was Osimhen. in the last match, Osimhen almost took the shine off him if he didn't score the second goal back. That's in spite of the fact that Lookman scored the first goal, the opener, and it was like a solo run to score the opener. Osimhen came on and everybody was like, hey, Osimhen, oh, he scored, hey, Osimhen. They were going to hand the trophy over to Osimhen, but Lookman was like, no way.
You have to consider the
length of time is spelled.
Transfer,
but let's leave the transfer. We're looking at the field.
That was what brought.
I know, but that's the sentiment that will have given Osimhen the edge over him from that encounter. But had Lookman not scored the second goal, Osimhen will have gone with that.
But we should also understand that the Nigerians, the Nigerian fans, sometimes they are emotional. They are trying to send message to the outside world that, hey, guy, we are still with Osimhen no matter what happened. Despite the fact they had issues with the coach.
Some of them
some of them at the point during the time the saga between him and Finidi George, a lot of Nigerians say some things against him, but they say despite the fact we say this thing, we are still solidly behind him. So they're trying to pass a message across. That was why they came up to support him. Even the players supported him, the fans, everybody. That hey, we are still with him. That's just the language. That's my interpretation of it.
Yes, I understand. It's actually a sentimental language. It's something to express an emotion. And we also associate with you as you went through all the transfer saga, like Yemi said. They know what Napoli put him through. Making him lose that multi-million contract from
some details about that deal. Napoli, that's why you notice that many clubs don't want to really be that team that wants to take a star man off Napoli. They are one hell of a team to take a star man off. Some details of that deal that pop up. Let's just not go into that now because it will distract the match we are trying to talk about. So Boniface in a dangerous area, but caught in an offside position, and 34th minute already in this one, and Rwanda has a free kick in their own box, offside against Victor Boniface. The second Victor, the first one is Victor Osimhen, and Rwanda will restart this one. They will pass the ball from the left-hand side of their defense, trying to attack. But the Super Eagles failed to win possession back. It's still Rwanda who will attack with this one, send a long pass to the right-hand side of the field, attacking down the right there. And hey, it's still the Rwandans with the ball. Can they do anything spectacular from this? Oh, that was swiftly taken off. That Rwandan player by Dele Bashiru right there. It looks more like Dele Bashiru is into this game, apart from what we saw from Alex Iwobi in the last encounter.
Well, I would say it's a bit too early to judge. They spent 34 minutes, and Iwobi has played as much as 300 minutes, if not more than that, for us to judge. He played about 4 or 5 matches at the African Nations Cup of Nations, and he's played so many friendlies and qualifiers for Nigeria. So we can't judge Dele Bashiru by just this match, but let's see him consistently moving the game forward.
No, it's not about competition. It's about what we've seen so far in that role.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. If he has done it in just 30 minutes, we can't use that as a yardstick just yet. Let him play the 90 minutes out. Let's see the results. Let him position the last ball or final pass, and then we can say yes, okay, let's play him again, and then let's play him again. But so far, he's held his own well, but he's playing more of a pivot to me than he's more of a playmaker, which was supposed to be the role of Alex Iwobi, which wasn't playing and very well too.
It seems the aroma of victory is in the air right now. I don't know if I'm the only one that's perceiving this aroma of victory
the
there.
aroma of victory is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You can see the scent.
Talking about this particular match, there's aroma of victory right now, because if you look at the first 20 minutes, it was the Rwandans were the better side, because they actually took the game to the Super Eagles of Nigeria, dominated possession, created more chances. Well, at the point they were having 5 chance a goal attempt on the Super Eagles, and the Super Eagles were just having 1. But right now the narrative is gradually changing because we see the Super Eagles have actually taken in these recent 10 minutes now. They've actually taken the game to the Rwanda.
Yes.
Created more chances. We saw like 2 goals they would have scored now. Two opportunities, 2 chances that they missed. Yeah. So it's like it is gradually.
The aroma we speak about here is not far fetched, really. Because when you combine rice with mount, that's mountain rice on something. Mounting something on rice. You know what you do.
And when you now mount like the Ugu,
you mount
now go as higher. Oh my goodness.
You go higher and higher. You meet and stockpile.
Oh my goodness.
But that happens in the Premiership.
Yeah.
I expect it will happen around here, but it does happen.
Yeah.
Okay, but as it is right now, the Eagles, yes, that's a beautiful chance. The Eagles have.
What will they do? Victor Boniface.
Oh no! Boniface
off the crossbar.
Lookman.
Victor Boniface
looking
at distance. I couldn't convert that one. Ademola Lookman
at the rice,
but I couldn't get it done.
Or was he climbing the mountain?
Oh my!
But if you look at it also, Ademola Lookman has actually missed.
Is it about drinking water?
Ademola Lookman has actually missed 2 clear-cut chances in this encounter today. Yeah.
So that wasn't a good chance. That was just a half.
But I think he could have done better with that header.
No,
he didn't really get the direction.
Yes, he didn't get the. It wasn't a good chance. That's why I said it wasn't a good chance. It was a half chance, which he just had to stretch. He actually stretched himself out to get to the ball, and he couldn't direct the header. But the first shot that came from Victor Boniface should have gone in instead of hitting the crossbar or the side, the upright.
I thought that one has gone in. I thought it was a goal, but
it should have gone in. That was a beautiful chance.
It went in, Abi.
I thought it went.
Yeah, that's what I saw it from this. Maybe from the position I'm seeing it, but I thought that one was inside the net.
If it went in, we'll be celebrating right now.
And the goalkeeper is down.
But he didn't go in. It was just about to go in. Somebody spooned it out when it was going in.
And the goalkeeper of the Rwandan side is down Ntwari, yeah, for that collusion there.
Look at Chukwu is a
look at the chance again.
Ademola Lookman.
Boniface should have buried that ball. It was upright.
Lookman wasn't calm. I think that was what happened there. He needed to be calm. I think if he was calm, he could do better.
That's not a foul. That was his shoulder. Where was he going to keep the hand? Where was he going to keep his shoulder? That was his shoulder. The hand was on his body, so there was nothing Semiu Ajayi could have done there. So let's just move on, please.
Even clearer ones than these football laws,
especially against Madrid, they never count them. Do it against other teams. Yes, will be penalty.
What about the one against Man City, Chelsea, Kovacic, and they refused to give it. Anthony Taylor, the man in the middle. So I think there's a water break right now.
Yeah, might. Don't you think it is time for the Africa from CAF to start employing VAR in matches like this?
They're already employing VAR, but VAR is expensive. It's not cheap. So that's another thing.
VAR was actually used at the AFCON.
Yes, you know they use it for major. For instance, when the last World Cup qualifier, there was no VAR during the normal round of qualifiers. When it came to the playoffs, they brought in VAR. VAR is not cheap. VAR is expensive. So,
but just like the gaffer said, I think it's about time they enforced it. If you have to do it, then do it well. If we must use VAR and it's a FIFA regulated and organized tournament, then bring in the VAR. How much is it? Rwanda will be told to bring in the VAR, and if they don't have it, they should go and play it in a stadium where they have it.
This is Africa.
Yes, even as it is Africa, there are certain things we wouldn't go below.
A lot of countries.
We couldn't go below the standard because we're Africans.
Because we're Africans.
And
that was almost in. Beautiful header from Ademola Lookman again. This man has been positioning himself
it's
so
from,
well.
Oyemechi. The header
Bruno.
was from Bruno.
Okay. The header was from Oyemechi, but he just missed the target.
Yeah, he couldn't drive his header on target. Now, and goal kick to Rwanda for the first minute in that encounter. John Goodon mature for this field, and now the boys are beginning to mount up like men in this encounter. Well, will the Super Eagles make it 2-2 wins, or will it be another day in the book of lamentation for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The insects are right there, waiting to pounce on a sleeping elephant right there.
Well, what I'm actually hoping for is the Eagles will give us some room to sing our celebration songs before the halftime. Just pop in a goal and watch our celebration. Try me first. You know.
What is the celebration song?
No, let's just try. Let's see them.
Try me first.
Dear me.
Is it Koko Konko? All right, and the Super Eagle of Nigeria taking the game to the WAPs of Rwanda. Just a goal that has actually separated Nigeria from calling them a good performance so far, because they've done everything possible, but they've not gotten that goal. And they cross into the team box there, but back into the hands of the Rwandan defender, who fastened their chance of clearing that one out again. Was that a touch there? The player went down,
that was a touch,
and the referee signaled
he had a touch on the guy, but I don't think it's a yellow card offense. But I think it should be a free kick to Rwanda, with the referee, to me, rightly adjourned to be so. So free kick to Rwanda for the second minute.
Now, if you observe this very well, the last 20 minutes has been the Super Eagles.
Yeah,
they've been dominating play. They've been attacking, creating several chances against the Rwandan defense, and the Rwandans have been limited in their going forward in the last 20 minutes. This is about the first or second time they will get into the penalty area of the Nigerian team, and they are out as quickly as they came. So except they are taking long shots
from long distance,
which are so wayward, even if the post had been double or triple its size, it wouldn't still have entered.
And I just hope Rwanda can keep this field like this for the World Cup qualifier against the Super Eagles, because the Super Eagles playing on a good turf will give them more advantage, because many of them play their trade in Europe on good turfs.
True.
So
that was an easy one for.
That's a back pass.
Yeah, that's a back pass to
that was a
Wambali.
shot from the Rwandan player to the goalkeeper. I think it was just commiserating with him, possibly lost somebody. Say, oh, just take this shot, please. We don't want you to feel sad by losing one.
My goodness. Bro, I think the Super Eagles cannot afford to let off their legs off the pedal right now. Because second half, you don't know the Rwanda that will show up.
I don't see any fantastic Rwandan showing up in this game. In fact, what I see is Osimhen Super Eagles showing up in the second half. I see a reinvigorated Super Eagles coming up. They have spun their last web. These Rwandans, the tactics was to score an early goal
and go back,
and they haven't been able to do that. Because now they look like they are running out of gas. That's the way it looks. Like they are running out of gas. They are still coming forward, but look at them, just doing boom, boom, boom from outside 40 yards, 30 yards, and they're just playing wayward shots.
With these tactics the Rwandans are trying to use now against the Super Eagles of Nigeria, getting distance shot. Do you think they can beat Mwambali?
No, I think there's no goalkeeper you cannot beat from outside the box or any position from the field. It's just how you get accuracy, then speed, the required speed, time of flight of the ball. But be that as it may, one thing the Rwandans will want to do is to go ahead, and they know that highest maybe the Super Eagles will come back, then they get a draw. So, they will go head to head with Benin. And that would be a tough one, because they look more like countries in the same range of football level. So I think what they want to do is to try to get what they can off the Super Eagles.
And Olaino is looking injured. It's like he has a contact with his eye. 4 minutes additional time into the first half. Yeah, regulation time for the first half is over. 4 minutes additional time added, by the official of this encounter. And if you look at it right now, it's a goal kick to the Super Eagle of Nigeria, and Wambali take that one.
Rwanda is trying to get into their second ever Nations Cup. They've only been at the Nations Cup once in their history.
Yes, 1994.
And that was the Nations Cup that the Super Eagles won.
Yeah.
Remember the days of Stephen Keshi, Uche Okechukwu, Austin Uguavon, the present coach, was the side back. And then you have JJ in the middle, Samson Siasia, and then we have on the left Ben Iroa. You have forward Yakini Rashidi. You have in the bench supporting on the side. You have Finidi George on the right, Emmanuel Amunike on the right. Left, they were wingers. They were not support strikers. They were wingers. These were guys that would go to the far to the corner post and pull across, and then Rashid Yakini will be there to settle it in with his head. And backing Rashidi then was Amokachi. You remember Amokachi? Daniel the Bull, Amo. Daniel was all over the place, and that was the World Cup that Nigeria won back in the days, and that was the only time that Rwanda has made it to the Nations Cup, not World Cup. That's the only time Rwanda has made it to the Nations Cup. And this time around they want to try and get there again. Not at the expense of the Super Eagles. No way.
Not at the expense of the Super Eagles, but right now if you look at the Rwanda, they are not in a bad position on the World Cup qualifier so far, because they are sharing top spot with 3 countries in the Nigerian group there, where they have Rwanda, Benin, Lesotho, and the rest of them. I think the three of the teams are having 7 points so far. But I think to me it's not a permanent position. It's a temporary one.
Yeah, they're sharing top spots, but for how long? They had a position when Nigeria was fumbling, when Nigeria was without a good coaching crew, when we had issues with our formation, but we have a new Nigerian team, and if you look at this team properly, they have been together for a while. We've had the core of this team has been together for at least 1 year. They have even gone out to play a tournament together. Most of them, about 95% of these players were in the AFCON. Yes, apart from Victor Boniface, who had to drop out because of injury. The rest of them that played that tournament are all here. Yusuf is still on the bench. So is here Nacho. And so is Victor Osimhen. And
Lukman.
Lukman is on the field. The rest of them are here. So we have a team that is gelling. They are actually gelling. And then Ndidi is here. We also have our midfielder, Onyekachi. Is also there. So we have a team that is getting to know themselves, and that's what worked for Nigeria back in 1994. Nigeria had a team that was built by Clemens Vesterhoff, which was built over a period of 3-4 years. Vesterhoff took the reins of the team around 1989, and by 1994 he was able to take us to 1, the Nations Cup, and he won it. 2, he took us to the World Cup, and he got to the second round. The first time of coming. And if not for the prowess of people like Roberto Baggio that stopped us, we could have moved on to the quarterfinals. And that was in the dying minutes of the game, when Baggio just got that equalizer off our confused defense. If not for that, Nigeria would have made it to the quarterfinal. In that tournament, remember, the first World Cup we attended, we defeated Romania. In our first match, we defeated Romania.
Bulgaria 3-0.
And Bulgaria went on to make it to semi-finals. 3-0. So we could have actually done better if not for the likes of Italy, which was more of a mafia game. They played a very tactical game back then. They hacked Amunike, got him out of the game before the half-hour mark.
All right, we are having a caller here. Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from? This is Premier Sport Fan Center.
Hello, I'm calling from Germany.
All right, good afternoon.
Watch football.
All right.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, calling from Germany.
Watch football.
Yeah, what is your name?
Watch football. I won't tell my name because I know I'm a Nigerian Yoruba man.
Okay.
I don't want to tell you my name.
Okay.
Because of Nigeria. I cannot tell you my name because of the situation in Nigeria.
All right, that's all right.
That's all right.
Anonymous
caller from Germany. He said because of the situation of Nigeria. All right,
that's fine.
Right now, the Super Eagles against the Waps of Rwanda. It's like the first half has ended, and it's a goalless in this encounter so far. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts, sir?
You want to watch football, not talk. Nigeria has not scored, Rwanda has not scored. Is that not so?
Yeah. So what we do here, sir, we run the commentaries and we analyze. If you want to watch, that is a way you can register to Premier Sports. You always get to watch. Yeah, the good family. There's a good family there. You can register there. So yeah, to the good family, and you can have the opportunity to watch.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
We
appreciate you. Please call again. Always keep in touch. Subscribe and join.
Yeah, subscribe, please.
And join. After subscribing, join us so that we can give you the link to watch.
Yeah. He say subscribe and join. Subscribe. We'll give you the link to watch.
Okay.
When you join.
I'm seeing in your place, calling from Germany.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Germany.
All right.
Shoes.
Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀ sir. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀.
So ẹ kú gbádùn.
Ẹ kú gbádùn. All right. Yeah, that's anonymous caller there. Yeah, he don't want to identify himself. Yeah, but it's okay.
Okay, so the question he asked is he wanted to watch.
Yeah.
And viewers need to get this right. At this Premier Sports Fan Center, this is a talk watch along. So what we do is talk about what's going on in the game, relate the game, analyze the game. We don't have the rights to show the game at this level, but we can connect you with a link to watch. If you register with us by joining on the YouTube page, there's an icon for joining, and you need to join the Gold family for you to have access to live matches.
All right, Doki, the first half have ended, and it ended goalless in this encounter. And let me quickly go through the stats of this first half so that we can have an idea of what actually transpired in the first half, where we have Rwanda dominated possession in the first half with 54%. Then Nigeria had 46% of the ball possession. If you look at the goal attempt of this both side, it is the Rwanda who had the better number of the goal attempt. They have 12, while Nigeria have 9. But if you look at the shot on goal, out of the 12, Rwanda just had 1, and Nigeria, out of the 9, they had 3. So it's like they were more even clinical in terms of goal attempt than the Rwandan in this encounter. Then if you also look at the shot off goal, 8 shot off goal for the Rwanda in the first half, and Nigeria had 3 shot off goal then. And if you look at the number of corner kick, Nigeria had more corner kick than the Rwanda. 4 corner kick for Nigeria and just and 3 for Rwanda in the first half. That is, and we talk about the card here, where we have 4 yellow cards, 2 to Nigeria and 2 to Rwanda just in the first half. So that is the stats of the first half in this encounter.
So as it looks, the Rwandans were actually most of the time pushing the ball to Nigeria. However, there was about a 20-minute gap when Nigeria totally took over in the first half. Between 25 minutes and 40 minutes or so, Nigeria was pressurizing the Rwandans, and they almost got goals in that period. But, almost doesn't get shown on the tally. It has to go across the line into the net. So that didn't happen. Demola Lookman had a chance to nod in, but the header was too weak. Boniface had a chance to take a shot straight into the net, but he hit the crossbar. And then there were other chances. Onyemechi had a chance to nod in as well. It was a bit wide. So we had various opportunities to take the ball in the first half, but we lost the chance of taking the ball. We couldn't win the first half. So if the bookies have decided that somebody will win first half, sorry, your ticket is off.
But the same person can still be lucky if you come in. Okay, win first half. Yeah, your ticket is off. Win first half. But if you say win either half, yeah, you still have hope in the second half.
Yes, you have hope for another 45 minutes, and you pray. You pray. Just pray. Join Nigerians who are praying and fasting. Some have broken their fast. Some are still fasting. Some use rice and spaghetti. Some will use beans. Whatever you use, just make sure you are fasting, even if you are broken it. Just enjoy yourself and enjoy this game. Get your cup of water, get your bottle of wine, get a nice soft drink with you. Sit down and enjoy this game. This is a beautiful game. It's fire for fire. It's been going from one end of the post to another. This is not a dull game at all.
No.
Not a dull game. And our Super Eagles are not performing poorly. As much as they haven't given us the goal, they have actually shown that they have the tendencies, they have the capacity to contain the opponents, and as well, because Nwabali has not saved more than 2 shots, and they were outside from outside the 18.
Yeah, so the 18.
Yeah, they were just 2 shots.
Like a back pass.
One of them was like a back pass. The other one was just a lift over the defense, and they were shots he picked up, and he was smiling. Somebody going to the registry. I don't know what he's going for anyway, but that was the way he was smiling. So they haven't had so much chances at us, and they have held the ball quite well. They have moved the ball around. They have a German coach, and the Germans have a way of moving the ball around, especially in the middle of the field. They can play the ball well on the floor, and that's what happened here. These Rwandans are playing to the letters. They're actually playing by the rules. They have actually moved the ball around a lot. That's one of the observations I made of German coaches. They like to play the ball, long passes, short passes, but keep it on the floor. And then once in a while, you throw a very long one across, and that's what they have done. So with that, and they also do high press. They make sure they come at you once you have the ball. They don't wait for you to come at them, and that's one of the things that Borussia Dortmund will play. That's one of the ways a Bayern Munich will play you. That's how they play you. Even if you play Leipzig, RB Leipzig, that's the same way they will play you. They come at you high press, and then when they have the ball, they play it around, and then suddenly they play a very long one, and they are facing your penalty area. But so far so good. The Rwandans have given a good account of themselves, and they're playing at home too. Their fans are enjoying what they're doing. The stadium is not full field, it's not fully filled, but it looks like it's 80-90% filled up. It means there are people are also watching football, and that's good for African football.
Yeah. Amahoro Stadium in Rwanda, there, Kigali, and 30,000 capacity. But it's not free. Just like the same capacity with that of Uyo, where the Super Eagle of Nigeria defeated Benin yesterday. And let's quickly look at other matches in the African qualifier, where we have Group I, Mali right now taking on Eswatini, and it is the first half of that encounter, and Mali is leading 1-0 in that Group I. Right now, as it stands, live standing, it is Mali who is sitting top of that group with 4 points. Guinea is second too with 4 points. Then Mozambique is in third with 2 points. Then Eswatini. Eswatini is fourth. I don't want to say last, but it's fourth right now. Then in the other encounter, Mozambique versus Guinea-Bissau. They are battling, logging on right now in Group G there, where Mozambique and Guinea-Bissau playing 1-1 right now at halftime. Playing 1-1 at halftime right now. Where we have Guinea-Bissau sitting with 4 points. Mozambique also is having 2 points. There in that group. So, and in the other encounter is still the South Africa versus South Sudan. South Africa versus South Sudan right now. Half-time, South Africa leading 2-0 in that encounter.
Wow.
2-1, sorry. 2-1 in that encounter. South Sudan got the first goal. South Africa equalized. And right now they are leading 2-1 in that encounter. So in Group K, right now it is Uganda who is sitting top, life standing top after playing 2 matches. They have 4 points. Then South Africa after 2 matches also having 4 points. We saw the last encounter that they drew against Uganda. In that encounter, it was 2-2. It ended 2-2 in that encounter. So right now they are second with 4.2. Then Congo is third with 3 points. Then South Sudan has just 1 point in the have no point in that group. So, and coming back to the game between Nigeria and Rwanda, you might have watched the whole of the first half. So what are your analysis for the first half?
Looking at the first half, we see that the Rwandans are not scared of the Super Eagles. They took the game to the Super Eagles. they began to show stuff were made of. They were close to the goalpost at some point in time. But one thing that the Super Eagles fail to do is to convert their chances, and they can't continue like that. When you don't convert your chances, we all know that many of the time you come back to rule those chances that you didn't convert. So seeing what they have done in the first half, the Super Eagles of Nigeria needs to be clinical in front of goal. They need to take their chances, and that's why we have to just take the conversation to Victor Osimhen coming in. Because we know that is a better out for out number 9 compared to Victor Boniface. Hardly have we been able to see the two together at the same time. I think in a major qualifier like this, and I think this is the first time, since the rise of Boniface. Victor either injured, Boniface injured, Victor in. But now we have the two guys, and I would like to see how the Super Eagles coach, will tend to deploy the guys up front. But looking at the whole first half, not bad for the Super Eagles. Good defensively, attacking wise been wasteful. So defensively solid, but attacking they really need to improve. They really need to improve. Really need to improve. It's very, very important if they want to get the desired destination they want to get to.
No, okay, looking at the number of chances created by the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and do you say they need to be more clinical in front of goal, or they are clinical enough? We saw them got 3 goals against Benin. That was for the first time in a very long time. Though they've been scoring group, that was those days Super Eagle of Nigeria. But we saw them score 3 goals against Benin. Do you think they should continue that trend, or they have not been clinical in this game?
Well, if you want to be factual with ourselves, we got the bonanza. I think we got the bonus from the last match. It was unusual, really. We haven't seen our Eagles do that for quite a while. Convincingly win, especially teams like stubborn teams like Republic du Benin that come here and pepper us. It's like facing Ghana and scoring 3 goals unreplied. So it's like a bonus. Today, I think we're seeing our Eagles return to their proper self. They haven't been clinical enough in front of goals. There's nothing to cream about that. It's just the fact, because they created the chances, they had the opportunities, but they've not put anyone beyond the goalkeeper here. So for them to win matches, they actually need to score. And we have Boniface leading the attack. He's not been delivering. He's not actually been delivering for Nigeria. If you ask me, Awoniyi will start instead of Osimhen if Osimhen had to be rested, not Boniface for me. But that's who I will have put there, because Awoniyi started here. He was a grassroots footballer playing in Nigeria
Victor Boniface did
for a long time. And
Victor Boniface did.
And we know Awoniyi's pattern of play. He plays like a bull. He has the body, he has the power. He plays with so much power, wriggles himself through the defenders, and that's what Boniface has not been able to do. Defenders have been able to hold him down to the extent that the guy had to be going back to midfield to go and be sparing, squaring at passes for defenders to score.
It's just normal that sometimes when the centre back pairing and the holding defensive midfielder, when they are on the striker too much, the striker needs to come back, then run into space, because if he stays there, they will stay in on him and he might not get.
No, but I understand that kind of play, but he was taken out of order today. He was out of position for over 5 minutes. Over 5 minutes, and the game was on, and he was totally out of the penalty area.
Yeah,
I would expect, so what kind of running?
Chances that if
the first one was a header that was given to Lookman to Nordin. Even the second one he did, he got it right from the edge of the 18 box. He played the shot. It was too far from the goalpost, so far that he went through the crossbar, and it was Lookman that was positioned to finish it. And the next time we saw him standing again behind the defender, the right back of Nigeria, Olaino was the one going forward, and Boniface was still saying, what I know that attackers do, strikers do when that happens is they actually stay back, they watch the side backs run, give them the ball, then you show up to finish. didn't show up. On 1-2 occasions, he was sitting back, and which I think is not cool enough.
All right, we have a message here on our Facebook page where we have Matt Ede say watching with you. Thank you very much, Matt Ede. Ugu Godwin Omereya. Thank you too. Then we have almost Sani Dolakbo. Well done, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Then we have Onana Anthony Chimeze. He said Nigerian to win 2-0. Thank you very much, Onana. He said Onana Chimeze is watching. Thank you, Onana Chimeze, for staying tuned with us. Yeah, for staying tuned with us. And wherever you are watching us from, this is Premier Sport Fan Center. If you have not subscribed before, do well to subscribe to our page. I think that is the best you can do for us. Please, please, please try to subscribe. Any moment from now, the second half will commence. If you are watching us, you try to subscribe. We'll give you the best of commentary, also give you the best of analysis. You can get this kind of analysis nowhere except in Premier Sport Fan Center. Yeah, you can get the history of what has transpired before in the African Cup of Nations. All this you get from Premier Sport when you subscribe, and in our other show too, when you subscribe, you always get the best from Premier Sport Fan Center. Let your comments keep rolling in, and we'll be here to do justice to all of them at this point in time. So, what is the expectation in the second half?
Well, if we have to be honest with ourselves, we need all the 3 points as Super Eagles supporters. We are not going to mince words for them. They need to get the goals in the second half. They need to give us the goals. They need to score. We need to get the points. And 1 goal may not just be enough. We need more than 1 goal for us not to have heart problems or coronary heart diseases. We need to leave this match in one piece. Otherwise, Nigerians are not happy. We're watching this match in the afternoon. So many people in the offices have shut down businesses just to watch the Nigerian football team play for the national flag. And you know how many of them are disappointed right now that they can't even have their lunch. And some have had their lunch while watching, though. You can't underestimate nature. But so many people have expectations that are not being supported by the Nigerian team. So we need them to score goals, and enough goals to give us peace and freedom to enjoy the second half. So as the second half goes in, starts, Nigerians should step up. Guavon should do something about the attack. Maybe remove Boniface, let him rest. He's done 45 minutes. Bring in Victor Osimhen, or bring in Awoniyi. Let's have a tweak in there. And Nebola Lookman, well, he will always come to the party, whether late or early. But I think Ndidi will be needed in this team right now.
He's in the game. In fact, he's having the highest rating so far in this encounter. That's yeah. Fine. All right, let's quickly look at the bench of these two sides, because any moment from now, we've seen the match have started, and there is substitution ongoing right now, where we see Osimhen has been introduced, and then Moses Simon also been introduced in this encounter. On the bench here for this Super Eagle of Nigeria, where we have Awoniyi, Iheanacho, Iwobi, Inda. Yeah, and the new, and then Oba Soge, that's one of the goalkeeper. Okoye, another goalkeeper there. Onyedika, the Onyeka, Osimhen, Moses Simon has been introduced in now. Osimhen also in. Taminu is also in. Then Yusuf Ahmed. Yeah.
So who stepped out for Moses Simon?
Yeah, I will get that to you right now.
That should be Chukwueze, right?
Yeah, let's say Moses Simon. Yeah, Boniface stepped out for Osimhen. Yeah, Boniface stepped out for Osimhen. I will confirm to you who stepped out for Moses Simon. Yeah, it is Chukwueze stepped out for Simon. Chukwueze stepped out for Simon. Okay. Yeah, at this point in time, yeah.
So Demola Lookman will have to go to the right, and Simon will stay on the left, or Simon stays on the right. Let's see how it plays out, because we actually need to have some immediate results within the next 5-10 minutes of this game. And we saw Osimhen making a move just now. It was in the 18-yard, but it was just a yard offline. He actually will have contested for that ball, but it was just a yard, behind the defender, and that was offside. So let's expect some changes with these technical changes created.
Yeah, technical changes created. Let's see what comes out of it right now. It is the 47 minutes into the second half, and it is still goalless between these two sides. Earlier on, we read the stats to you, and it is Rwanda who is still holding a greater share of the better part of the game right now, and are throwing quickly taken into the hands of the Rwanda. They decide to go back to their own final third, and right now back again into the hands of their goalkeeper Ntwari now clear that one in, and it's going to be a throw-in to the Super Eagle of Nigeria at this point in time.
Yeah,
and the president of Rwanda is actually on the field. Look at him.
Yeah, one of the best presidents in Africa.
He's on the field.
Doing very well, yeah.
So you know the motivation these guys have. They're playing for their president.
So game on in that encounter. The Super Eagles just lost possession. I think it seems to have a call.
No.
So the Rwandans will pounce on this one, attacking, playing from left to right. And the Super Eagles of Nigeria are playing from right to left in this one. Yeah, they'll fancy their chances of taking all 3 points against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So it's game on in that encounter, 48 minutes of this one. The Rwandans with possession, the Super Eagles chasing the ball around, and the Rwandans doing well to keep possession of the ball. How long can they do this? Only time with them right here. You can stay with us at the Premier Sports Fan Center to give you the full gist. I see the art from that stadium in Rwanda. So it's still the Super Eagles nil, the Rwandans nil. It seems the Eagles is finding it hard to take the insect as dinner at this point in time. So the insects are now trying to attack the sleeping eagle. Will this sleeping eagle wake up to see the reality of what they need to do at this point in time? So the Rwandans attacking down the left. What can they do with the ball right here? Finds his teammate up front, still playing, running into dangerous area, and they cross into the box. Oh, that was a good block from the Nigerian defender, who will attack right there, who will find his teammate Victor Osimhen, who went to the ground, and they lost possession of the ball. And a shot from the Rwandan player kept rising. And if you check very well, maybe you meet it at the Muritala Mohammed Airport.
Yeah.
You know, carefully looking at this now, the Rwandans came back in, and they just focus on their president, possibly just join the match, and they possibly told them Mr. President is around, guys. And they are playing like lions now. They are playing like demons. They are just running around, and they are passing football. They actually made 12 passes uninterrupted. 12 passes.
They can actually, you cannot give what you don't have. So if they like, they should go and bring the president of the US. If the Super Eagles is still going to pummel them, they are still going to take it. But
we're not even saying the Super Eagles should not win. What I'm observing is that the Rwandans are so coordinated in their passing football, their possessive football. They are moving the ball, they are holding it, and they are not just sitting back.
So the Rwandans
that's
attacking
number
down
4.
the left.
Number 5, you can count. You can keep counting.
And the number 12 attacking with the ball right now.
And that's a 6th pass.
Teammate in the middle. I will set a long pass for the run of his teammates into the box. But Stanley Nwabali was there to allay any danger. Nwabali sent a long one to Osimhen to chase. But hey, it is the goalkeeper of the Rwandans who will take this one for lunch. And takes it easily. 51st minute of that encounter. Rwanda still nil. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, who has not really been super today, but let's see if they will still be super in the next 40 minutes left in this encounter. So the Super Eagles nil, Rwanda nil. Ademola Lookman wins a throw-in for the Super Eagles, and it looks like this is the direction it is going through. The Super Eagles came into the first half. Rwanda rushed them before they settled in and took control of this game. It looks like the second half is taking the same shape.
I don't think the second half will take the same direction. And the reason is because we have Victor Osimhen here. And if you look at the gameplay Nigeria has played, 3 occasions now, they have used long passes towards Osimhen, which they weren't using with Victor Boniface.
Yeah.
3 occasions, straight from the center back straight to Victor Osimhen. They have done it 3 times. The last one was just picked up by the goalkeeper. The second one contended. The first one was nearly a goal, but for that slight offside, they could have had a chance. It was right in their 18-yard, and I think that's going to make all the difference, because what we're looking at is Nigeria needs just a half chance now, because we have a clinical finisher in Victor who can create things. Ooh. Unfortunately, Dele could not do much there.
And Dele Bashiru just joined Lazio.
He took a beautiful shot, but
honestly, he has been very, very fantastic in his inclusion to the Super Eagle of. We have been missing that kind of 10 for a very long time now.
No, he has not really caught it. Yeah, you cannot compare this with Austin JJ. The kind of 10 that the Super Eagles really.
But at the point in time, after JJ, after Mikel Obi, we have not gotten
even Mikel Obi didn't do justice.
Yeah, but he tried. Well, since then, from after JJ and after Mikel Obi, Nigeria have not actually gotten a 10.
We have Karibre Ojigwe at the time,
but
he also tried to dribble his way. And I think after that, we have Wilson Oruma, who also did well, but you can't, they never lived up to Austin.
But Austin, we always.
But I'm seeing Dele Bashiru. I'm seeing this Dele Bashiru. Give him more time. It will be the number 10 we are looking for.
Maybe.
Yeah, we give him a lot of time. Yeah, because I can see the. Okay, let's be wherever you are watching us from. Let your comment keep coming in. Just let us know your location where you are watching us from. Here we have a message from Onana Anthony Chimeze. They say, I'm watching from Enugu, Nigeria. Welcome, guys. Then we have Ibrahim Suleiman Bayaru. He say, I am watching from Zaria. Nigeria need to wake up.
Lukman with a chance.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness!
Oh no! That was
a jackpot.
Last stage save.
Moses Simon couldn't convert that one.
The goalkeeper, he took a shot, but the goalkeeper,
he could do better. Goalkeeper was offside. I think
goalkeeper just stopped the ball.
Oh my goodness! No, there's no VAR. So.
No, it wasn't off.
That wasn't off.
It was onside.
It was onside. That would have been a goal.
The keeper got there in time. It was so timely.
Goodness. He could have done better right there.
That's a corner kick to Nigeria.
So corner kick to Super Eagles of Nigeria. Demola Lookman will take this one. And hey, can he find his teammate in the box? Well, he's raising his 2 hands like somebody who is worshipping the Most High. But hey, will the Super Eagles get this one? Low cross into the box, but was blocked by that Rwandan player who pass on this one. Is a counter. That was a terrible corner kick from Ademola Lookman. He could have done better in that situation at that point in time. Uman Bali with the ball right now. We find his teammate in the middle. But the Super Eagles still with the ball, and they're trying to find a way through this stubborn Rwandan setup at this point in time. 10 minutes gone in this second half. It's still Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil.
Yeah, Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil. 2 yellow card to either side. Chukwueze having a yellow card in this. Probably that was why he was substituted. Then Olaino also a defender having a yellow card. That is a dangerous one because he can there can be a pressing on him and he want to react. And we have 2 Rwandans who have a yellow card here in this encounter where we have Niyomongegbo. He's also having then the captain Bizimana also having a yellow card in this encounter.
Yeah, so the Rwandans were attacked down the right in a dangerous area, and hey, they'll cross this one into the box and wins the throw-in at this point in time.
The cross was deflected by Bruno Onyemechi for a throw-in to Rwanda, who goes into the Nigerian 18, but the ball comes to Onwabali, who moves the ball around confidently. The goalkeeper is not in a hurry. The goalkeeper is not perturbed. He's a very calm keeper, and he still holds the ball, waiting for the Rwandans to come forward and.
No, there's one thing about goalkeeping that many goalkeepers need to understand. It's not every time you just take the ball and you send it. Sometimes you need to read the mood of the game. Do you need to settle your guys? Then calm the ball, hold it for a few seconds, let them settle it, then you start again. And I think that's what Stanley Nwabali has done in that situation.
Yes, I think Stanley has that. He has the abilities to calm the game with his gameplay. So he makes the players comfortable before releasing the ball. He calms them down, relieves tension before passing. And he also has this aura around him that gives him this fullness, makes him like double his size.
The physique.
Yeah, the aura makes him feel like double what he is.
He is, yeah. And the confidence is written all
Yeah,
over him. So,
the
the Rwandans will attack down the left in this one. But hey, that was
Beautiful
good marking
stoppage.
by Wilfred Ndidi right there. Ademola Lookman losing the ball in a dangerous position. But hey, the Rwandans are attacking down the
that
left
was
with
Moses
it.
Simon.
Oh, that was Moses Simon, sorry. Rwanda attacking in the final third. And we'll cut back. But Ademola Lookman, that's Ademola Lookman, I think.
Moses Simon.
Is it Moses?
Lookman is on this side.
No, Moses has switched to this side. Lookman is on around left hand.
With
Yeah,
the bandage.
yeah. So the Rwandans attacking down the left again. We try to keep this one in play. Olaino 1-on-1 against this Rwandan player right there. Olaino already on a yellow card. Who needs to be very, very careful so that he doesn't get his matching orders in this encounter. Victor Osimhen, yet to see much from Victor Osimhen in this one. Can we say maybe Nigeria Super Eagles are actually struggling in this encounter?
Obviously, we're playing a side that is technically fit. They are pretty organized. They are playing to the letters. They are actually following coaches' instructions. They are playing so well and they are fit. These guys are fit. They are playing on their terrain. Rwanda is playing in the afternoon. That's a comfortable time for them. Nigerians are possibly struggling with the atmospheric pressure as well as the temperature, the humidity of the environment as well in that place. So they're very comfortable and they're coming all the way out. They are very quick with the ball. There is no superstar among them. They are not demonstrating or trying to showcase any talent. They just want to get the ball to the half of the Super Eagles and put it behind the net if you allow them. And that's what they've been doing. However, the Eagles have an uphill task here. They first have to acclimatize, adjust to the terrain, and then try moving, which they've been trying to do. And they're not doing badly at it. All we need is just one chance to put the ball behind. And there's a chance here coming across from the Super Eagles. Oh no, nobody to finish. Nobody to finish. The defender sweeps that out for a very, very distant throw-in for Nigeria. Away from the goalpost
Throwing
of the
to the
Rwandans.
Super Eagles at this point in time. Can they maximize this little opportunities they are having in this encounter? Well, they have 3 points already in this group, if you don't know. And the Super Eagles currently topping this group confidently, comfortably.
And should the game end like this, they have 4 points.
Yeah, they have 4 points.
Rwanda will be next with 2 points.
2 points. We don't know the result of the other.
Okay,
encounter.
Republic du Benin versus
Yeah, the
Libyans.
The Libyans, yeah. So that will determine the direction of the table right there. So 1 hour of football gone in this stadium. None of this team has been able to get a goal. The only closest they got was the disallowed goal by Ademola Lookman right there. So corner kick at this point in time. Ademola Lookman will take it into the box. Oh, headed out by the Rwandans and they will pounce on this one. And the long pass forward. But that was good defending by Dele Bashiru right there. Getting this one and wins it back. And the Super Eagles are back to default mode. Ready to attack from this one. So the Shemi Ajayi with the ball right now. We find Olaino down the right. Running down the right is what Olaino is doing right now. We try to cut into the box. Oh, but hey, goes back to Wilfred Ndidi. Willie himself. Maybe he will show up today. We don't know. Still Willie with the ball right there. Will cross into the box. Oh, to no one, to nobody. Well, I remember those days when he said pass like this. My trainee will say to who. So I think we should ask him today. To who?
Because I don't know who Ndidi was sending that ball to.
Yeah.
Osimhen was in the close angle, close to the first part of the net. And what's his name? Moses Simon.
Simon was also close to Osimhen.
And then you send the longish one into the 18-yard, wayward, and directly to who?
To who? Yeah.
You know, looking at it, it's still a fierce battle between these two sides. Just this second half alone, let me just tell you that the statistics. It is still got, Rwanda, who has a better share of the ball possession, 54%.
Yeah, deservedly so.
Yeah, then Nigeria 46. Then goal attempt, but Nigeria have a better had 2 goal attempts in the second half. Well, Rwanda just had 1 shot on goal for Nigeria, 1 none for Rwanda. So corner kick 2 for Nigeria and none for Rwanda. So if you look at it, plus and minus, Nigeria are more effective, but Rwanda are more possession driven.
You know, just like we have been saying, the Rwandans are better here. You have to give it to them at holding the ball.
Yeah.
They have a better understanding, and they are playing by instructions. They are playing to the coach's instruction. And as we observed, they have a German coach, and they like holding the ball. They like holding the ball. German coaches teach you to hold the ball. But the Nigerian boys are more interested in getting the ball close to the goalpost. They want to score. That's the drive here. So we don't have a playmaker who can hold the ball in the midfield and do things with them. But oh no, that was very close. That was a loud shot at goal. He went all the way to the moon before coming down. The keeper was just waiting for it. But the Rwandans will attack again from the flanks of Nigeria, and Nigerians will come back, return to default. The Rwandans will take the ball back to their own half and eventually get it to their central back, and they will go from there.
You see, when I observe what is coming to play here, the Rwandans they dominate position. But if you look at the experience, it's like Nigeria, they are more in control of the ball. They allow you to do your play. It's like they have their own timing. Just like we saw in the first half. That was what Yemi was trying to say. They allowed the Rwandans to play the first 20 minutes of the first half. Then they took over from the 25th minute dominated play. So it's like they are more relaxed this first half. I think they have a plan in their pocket against this Rwandan side. So if you look at what is going on now, they are no more. They are not too anxious of possession. They're just watching, taking their time. But let's see the last 20 minutes of this game, what they come forth with.
I really don't think that Nigeria is just allowing them to play. I think the Rwandans are good on the flanks. They have fast wingers who are running pretty fast and taking the ball to the Nigerians through the wings. You know, they've been doing a lot of that, and Nigerians have to do the catch-up once it gets to their wingers. They have done that on several occasions. But Olaino is up to the task. He's doing so well on that side. And he's well supported by Dele Bashiru as well, because they've been going through the Nigerian right most of the time. And on the left flank here, while Bruno is doing more of overlapping, we have Ekong doing a lot more of blocking with Samuel. They are doing so well here. Also with the gentleman Bassi. The three of them are holding the back line so well. And the Rwandans can only go as far as the flanks, but they don't get the ball into the 18, and that is exactly where we want them to keep the ball. So they can hold the possession but keep it away from our goalkeeper.
All right, so far so good. Indeed, and Olaino have been outstanding in the encounter. They are rated higher than every other player so far in the encounter.
Is that not so far scores of football right there? So that's the only rating. We are still waiting to see the rating of CAF themselves, the organizers, on the 65th minute of that encounter. Nwabali Stanley with the ball, standing on the ball right there, and we'll try to look for his teammate to send that one to. And I think since Osimhen came up, Stanley Nwabali has been pumping the ball forward, and I think there's a defensive consciousness from the Rwandans that Victor Osimhen is on the field of play. So game on in that encounter. Calvin Bassey, we're playing with Ndidi, who will find his teammate in the middle, Dele Bashir, who is dropping for the run of Olaino right there. Olaino will cut back. That's a beautiful one. They cross into the box. Victor Osimhen with the ball. Oh, that was good defending by the Rwandans side there, and they'll try to attack with the ball. Now Oyemechi will stand one-on-one with this Rwandan attacker rather than the right. It's still Rwanda with the ball. Oh, lost possession, and it's going to be a throw-in to Nigeria. Guys, stand up, my bro. The referee didn't give you a free kick. It's part of the game.
The Rwandans actually want a free kick from that, because there was a slight collision between Victor Osimhen and the Rwandan midfielder, but the referee will not take that and he gives the throw-in to Nigeria. So play will restart from the left of the Nigerian half, and that ball is in the hands of Bruno Onyemechi, who sends it right to Dele Bashir in the center, and Dele will send it to Semi Ajayi. Semi Ajayi will move forward with the ball, tries to look for Dele again. Dele will collect the ball and give it to Moses. Olaino.
Cross into the box.
And
straight to the goalkeeper. And the Rwandans will take this one. And they will take it easily right there. 67 minutes of that encounter. It's still Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil. The long ball forward from that goalkeeper. I know the player will just like, do you want to kill me with that pass?
Now, we have to observe something here, which the coaches should note. There have been several crosses, especially from the right flank of for Nigeria.
Yeah.
Up to 5 or 6 in the last 20 minutes, and none had been headed towards the goalpost. Not one. The first was to this person, he couldn't get to it. The next, the defender stops it. The next, the goalkeeper gets it. So the coach needs to talk to these boys to pull out their crosses rather than send it to the goalkeeper.
The delivery.
Yes, and they've been sending wayward deliveries. So they have to actually pull out and locate somebody and possibly stop sending long kicks. Possibly just put it on the ground and pass to Victor, or pass to who is behind Victor now, Ndidi or Dele.
Dele.
Pass to one of those midfielders instead of sending long crosses, because they've not been yielding results. The Rwandans have a chance.
What is this?
And they just blows it away like a balloon.
What is that?
I'm sure.
That was a terrible.
I'm so sure.
All right.
The man will realize that village people are also on the field.
All right, let me quickly read out the result of other matches for the African Nations qualification matches being played in Africa. Yeah, where we have Mali still leading Eswatini away from home 1-0 in that encounter, and Mozambique have gone up against Guinea-Bissau in their own soil 2-1 in that encounter. Nigeria, Rwanda still logging on goalless in that encounter. Then South Sudan just equalized against South Africa. Right now it is
thought as much. Yeah, you know, South Sudan scored first.
Yes.
South Africa scored. Equalized. They led,
yeah.
And I just thought that Sudan might just equalize again, and that game might just end up being a draw. Because the South Sudanese are not going to agree here. They're not going to agree.
But this is South Sudanese. I remember they started Sudan. They were in 1957 when the African Cup of Nations started. They were part of it, you know. But I just wonder how they became a household name like this, fighting against big names like South Africa.
I think they evolved because they evolved for a while now.
The thing is, if you look at South Africans, they are that team that they didn't really rubber stamp their stay as one of the big guns in African football. The only AFCON they've been able to take was the one they hosted, I think 98 or thereabout. So you can't really say that South Africa is okay. Can you say South Africa the same as Egypt, Ghana, Nigeria, and
Cameroon?
so
no.
they are just the quarter to big side. They are not really big as far as I'm concerned right now. So Dele Bashiru is being withdrawn, and we felt Ndidi is being withdrawn too for Onyeka and
Onyemechi.
No. This guy he got the only goal we had against Benin.
Onyema.
In the course of the show, I think.
So we have Onyema.
Yeah.
And Onyeka on the field.
Onyeka, yeah. So, free kick to the Super Eagles. Mwabali about to take this one, 71st minute of that encounter, and we'll take this one, and we'll be looking for the run of Osimhen again. So, long one into the dangerous area headed out by that Rwandan player, headed back in, and Osimhen will pounce on this one online now. Oh, couldn't get to it. The Rwandan player slid it out for a throw-in
in a very dangerous area for the Rwandans.
And
this was the kind of throw we scored the disqualified goal with in the first half. Olaino took the throw, nodded by Lookman, and finished. by
No, it was
somebody.
Lukman that finished it. Ended down by.
I think it was Dele, but
That is a
beautiful volley.
Twari of the Waps of Rwanda. Then Dele Bashiru was taken out and Onyedika was brought in at this point in time.
And I think
Onyeka or Yema?
Onyedika.
No, the first one.
The first one,
Onyedika, yeah.
Then he was taken out. Then Onyeka
brought in.
Yeah,
Then
Onyeka.
Onyedika.
Yes,
yeah, that's the name.
Frank
I wanted
Onyeka
to
was
remember.
brought in. You know, then Dele Bashiru was taken out. Then Rafael Onyedika was brought in.
Yeah, Onyedika right there. So, corner kick to Nigeria. The Rwandan goalkeeper saved that one, but he had to be treated on this left hand. And I think the Super Eagles has a weak link for the goalkeeper already. Just keep putting it towards that left hand, and he will most likely not be able to contain the pressure.
And Nigeria will have another shot at the goal with a corner kick to be taken by Ademola Lookman, the most potent Nigerian in place of the CAF Best Player of the Year award right now.
Yeah, everybody, the shout is on for him to.
Yes, we want him to get it.
No, I want us to actually look out because it was part of the 30 list nominee for the 30 man list nominee. Now let's take that one away. Let's look at reality. Do you think it should be? Because a lot of Africans, because of that nomination in the 30 man list, they were calling on. But for reality's sake, do you think he worth it?
Yeah, it does. It does. If you look at his performance at this
Transvalence. That was a beautiful ball play. The ball was started by Ademola Lookman, delivered right to his man.
I wonder at this point in time, can they do the unthinkable? Can they do the unexpected? Converting this one from this dead ball situation
at 75 minutes.
Yeah, now 76 minutes.
Will be a dangerous one.
Yeah, cross into the box. And hey, the referee says it's an infringement against Rwanda. And the Super Eagles has their own free kick. And I think this Rwandan team.
In Uyo Stadium, when the fans were out shouting their name, motivating them, it's missing here. But this is where they bring out their champions, the champions in them. When you are down, when you are not being held, what do you do with it? I'm not a fan of the number 12th man. I'm not a fan. It's just mere encouragement. But it's part of the game.
It's part of the game. Okay, if it's part of the game, why did UEFA remove the away goal rule? Because they see that either you're home or away. It is what is inside of you will reproduce.
No, but it's a major part of the game.
Yeah, the cheering and all.
Yes.
But
it's a very,
what is the stake?
It's a very major part of the game.
Realistically check it. What is
especially when you are playing national tournaments in this kind of field? 98% of the people present here will be supporting Rwanda.
Yes, of course.
So if there's any touch on any Rwandan, any touch at all,
they will shout.
There will be
we're on set on Thursday. The gaffer.
Yeah.
Ghana, Angola. What happened?
Yeah. Angola had to win Ghana towards the end of the game after regulation time over. 94. Deservedly because
Angola was
Ghana was at home.
Yes.
Yeah, but that happens. Yeah, those things happen. But
that's what I'm saying.
We're saying that the advantage. Okay, look at how many stop we've had in this game. How many free kicks? Look at the kind of tackle Chukwueze was given. If that happened in New York, the guy might have got a red card.
A red card, of course. A red card.
And if you had somebody removed in that game, do you know what amount of advantage that gives you?
Of course.
So that's part of what we're talking about. The home advantage. No, it's not.
Do you know why I say it's going to be a red card? I told you before the reason why I say this should be a red card because there was an open confrontation between them, verbal confrontation. They were arguing, they were quarreling. But at the point in time, the moment the ball got to Osimhen, the guy ran and it was a show of the boot. That tells you that It is
It was
intentional.
an intentional.
Oh, you know, that is where you bring in VAR. I didn't mean VAR was in this game.
That's what the home fans will do for you. They will give you the VAR.
They'll give you the
That's what they will do. If that was in Uyo,
It's not
if
there.
that was
Not just like
Yemi,
that.
if that was in
begin to
Uyo,
give you instances.
the Nigerians will have been all over the place. Abasimbo, but Abasimbo, yay, whoa, all over the place. But here in Rwanda, they just went mute, like nothing happened. So the best the ref could do was just
Moses Simon pass to the box.
Oh no, that was a very close one. What would they do? Will they do it again?
Mechi with a cross into the box.
Oh, and the goalkeeper takes it.
Oh.
My
Oh,
goodness.
this is getting intensive. Just 12 minutes to the end of regulation time.
These guys
And
are
we are
defending
still yet to
very well.
record one successful goal. We have seen one goal, but it was disqualified or disallowed. But Nigeria has been knocking on the door. We keep knocking on the door. The Super Eagles are doing a lot in that final third of the Rwanda. That's why the goalkeeper is being given so much accolade here, and he's been rated as the one with the highest point because he has saved Rwandans a lot from going down in this game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has really.
All right, then we have a message from Onagbo Bobby. Say Onagbo Bobby is watching. Agbo, yeah. Onagbo Bobby is watching from Abuja. Thank you very much for watching with us. We appreciate you. Thanks for being part of Premier Sport Fan Center. You're enjoying the great analysis you are getting from the analysts in the studio. Yeah.
Yeah, so game on in that encounter. Thank you for joining us from Abuja. We hope you spread the gospel. You tell somebody around you. Tell people about the Premier Sport Fan Center. We are here for you to give you as they ought every point in time. So 88th minute of that encounter, Ademola Lookman looked worked out. Really running against every balls, doing the marking, joining the attack. I just hope that Ademola Lookman and Atalanta can resolve their differences, and so that the young man can come back and start doing what he knows how to do best.
No, I'm sure they will resolve that.
Yeah, so game on in that encounter, Rwanda with the ball, we sent a long pass down the right and cross into the box. But Nwabali was there, the Nwa baby that we know for the Super Eagles. And I think it will be a long time before, maybe he makes consistent mistakes before any goalkeeper can take this number one.
Because if you look at the names of the goalkeeper, they are good in your club. You know,
Maduka
Okoye, Obasogie. You know, they are still waiting. You know, good goalkeepers still on the bench.
Maduka Okoye had his chance. So right now, we will have to add a pedal to his chair on the bench. Because he will be there for a long time, because the Nigerian fans love this guy. They love Nwabali. They love him. So, and if Nigerians love a player, he's doing well.
And if they didn't see him, everybody will ask.
The coach doesn't have a choice than to start. Keep using him. That's one thing about the Nigerians. Because any silly goal, they shout. Any silly goal, if it was Nwabali, won't consider. You know.
No, you are even talking from the fans shouting. The NFF themselves.
Yeah.
They will come at you as a coach and say, I hope you are playing Nwabali first. And I'm the coach, I'm making myself. We know, we're just saying that we employed you. Yes. Just reminding you who the boss here is. I hope you are starting him before Mr. President will call and say, people are disturbing me in my cabinet for not using Nwabali. You know, during the AFCON, a lot of talks against our boy, what's his name, the midfielder?
Is it the midfield?
Iwobi, Alexander Iwobi.
Yeah.
And then they came down to Aso Rock after the tournament. And I remember President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of Nigeria calling him personally, asking for Iwobi when they were presenting and said, where's Alex? Where's Alex Iwobi? Because he knew what Twitter did to Iwobi. So he wanted to personally talk to Iwobi that just take heart. He said, where is Alex Iwobi? And they now showed him. Now spoke to him personally. Just relax. You have done so well.
Take heart.
Don't worry about all the insults and abuses. They have abused me, die on internet. You are not going to be the first.
But you're looking at the Iwobi right now, being featured in the Super Eagles squad, being part of the Super Eagles squad. Nobody's saying anything about him. You know,
that was an intentional stepping on the hand. Stamping. Intentional stamping on Onyedika's hand.
Rwanda.
All right, now it is the Super Eagle of Nigeria building from the center circle. What do they do with the ball right now? They have a moment to dominate right into the right wing that has been their favorite position in this encounter. Can he beat the defender there? He has 2 men on him, but he drives deep into the midfield again. And right now it is the Nigerian. Can he drive around the defenders?
Line now with the ball down the right there. We try to run into space, drops that pass, but I think that would have been an offside if not for that clearance from the Rwandan player. So throw into the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Onyeka hosts this one, and can the Super Eagles nick this one at the dying embers of this encounter? Well, the clock is ticking. Time is gradually running out. Will the Super Eagles do the needful in this one? And we still go back to that first half. That goal disallowed. To me, I think that goal should have stand.
That goal should have stood. That's my personal opinion.
The goal should have actually stood, but the referee blew for an infringement. He actually blew for an infringement. So there's no way we'll stand if the referee has already cancelled it, and we're past that anyway. But looking in retrospect, there was a contact. There was a kind of tussle between our own midfielder, who was the taller of the two, and he seemed to push the other guy down. Not very clear, but the referee blew it away. I don't know. So that should have actually been the difference right now. But here we are, 0-0, 6 minutes to the end of regulation time. Something needs to give, and Nigeria needs to get a goal and win this game. You can see Alex Iwobi on the sideline. He has possibly warmed himself up for so long and he's tired of warming up because he's just sitting flat and he's counting his losses. It's not his day. He's not going to play this game.
I don't think so. I don't think he's going to play this one. And I think the guy needs to improve, really. On a serious note, he really needs to improve his performance for the Super Eagles.
You know, in the last encounter, I was saying it. I was counting it. The number of
wrong passes.
The number of loose passes.
And Rwanda with a chance will shoot, but it was blocked by the Nigerian defense right there. Still Rwanda in a dangerous position. The cross into the box, headed out by the Nigerian defender. And still Rwanda who gets this one. And the Rwandans look like they want to catch the Super Eagles at that defense towards the dying embers of this game. And the cross into the box. And
but the Rwandans will be very mindful because they are playing with danger right now. Because right now they are all playing high line against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And you can see Osimhen on the wait for a moment of counter. And
they have two people constantly. There are two central backs that are constantly on Osimhen. They are marking him like their shadows. They are playing him like their shadows. So they are watching him. As much as that was a chance, it was deflected. The ball will come to Moses Simon. He will go into the 18, cross the ball. Oh no, and the defender will stop that from going into the net. And the Rwandans will try to play themselves out of that place. And Nigeria will say no. Nigeria will try again. What's his name? Onyedika has a chance to cross. It crosses. The ball comes. And the goalkeeper again. Untuari.
He definitely is the man of the match.
Untuari will make sure that the ball doesn't cross the line for a goal. Oh, that was a big miss. That was a poor shot too. The shot was not strong enough. It was from Ademola Lookman. It could have been stronger than that.
I don't know. I think he's anxious. From that header in the first half, if you remember, he could have been more calm and get those chances. And he's getting into position right there. Got 2 goals in the other game. Well, sometimes you just have a bad day in the office.
Well, we still have about 6-7 minutes to play in this game. 3 more minutes into regulation time. And then possibly have 4-5 minutes. A long shot from Rwanda. That was just saved by goalkeeper Nwabali. That was a big shot at goal, straight from outside the box. Over 22 yards. And the Rwandans will go again. But the defenders are making last stage defense here. They're just blocking from anywhere. Nigeria is under pressure here.
And is the Rwandans
This is such an
attacking
interesting match.
towards
So
the
hot.
dying embers of this
So hot, left to
encounter.
right.
88 minutes it is in this one, and Osimhen charging up front, and a long ball forward from the goalkeeper,
To the
who looks
goalkeeper.
more straight to the another goalkeeper, who looks more like the man of the match, who have saved 7 shots on target and none has been able to go into the back of the net. Really good performance from the goalkeeper right there. Ekong will find Calvin Bassey, who will return it back to Truce Ekong, whose absence was greatly missed in the game against Benin in the World Cup qualifier. Right there, lineup we attack down the right, and we run into space. And what can he do with the ball? Can he
Looks like he
penetrate
lost
into this
possession.
stubborn Rwanda setup? Well, only time we tell right there.
The only time we tell right there, right now, as it's going on. The Super Eagle of Nigeria. It has been an end-to-end battle between these two sides, and it is the 90th minute of this encounter. Regulation time over, and any moment from now, the referee will signal the additional minutes of this encounter. Yeah, and right now it's a free kick in the center circle against Rwanda at this point in time, and Onyeka was already out, and we're looking forward to the referee to call him back into the pitch. And the Rwandan side are making a substitution at the 90th minute, and Nshuti is being substituted, and Gitengo is being introduced in the 90th minute of this encounter. Yeah, free kick to the Super Eagle of Nigeria.
Look
And
at
any
that
moment from now,
shot.
they'll be taking this one.
Look at that shot, saved by Stanley. Was at the right place at the right time. That shot would have gone straight into the back.
Or deflected
Of the
into
net,
the
yeah.
net because it was a
So,
swinging kind of shot.
Yeah, it was a volley right there. So,
Oh.
game on in that encounter.
No, at this point in time, we have to pray. We have to call on the prayer warriors of Nigeria. Those who know how to pray well. Nigeria needs to win here. We need the win to be comfortable. We might still be on top of the table. We don't know.
5 minutes
But
additional time.
The way
will
it
be.
looks, 5 minutes added time. Nigeria needs to win by worst case 1-0 for us to have a comfortable
My God, this is a
position
new stadium.
in the AFCON qualifier.
Look at the situation of the grass.
I think it's a renovated stadium.
Yeah, it's renovated. It was renovated. Yeah.
And
I think they should do better
it's
than
kind
this.
of patchy.
And after the renovation, the first match was played there. APR versus Police FC. It was played July 1st.
I think
that was
this drone shot could look at the colors.
Look at the stadium. It's a very beautiful stadium, but that tough, where you have a camouflage color there.
I think it was overbarbed. They overbarbed it.
Yeah.
The cutting was too low
Too low.
in some places, so it's patchy, mainly possibly due to the cutters, or they've not been wetting it properly. This is Rwanda. This is a desert area. We don't expect so much rain in that region.
But with science that has evolved, they can do
Yes,
better.
but we expect that. I just don't. This is below par, below standard.
Yeah.
We saw the stadium we played with in Uyo. The Uyo stadium was all green. The
Yeah,
turf was so beautiful.
Well managed by Julius Berger.
The turf was very good. So why won't Rwanda do that with all the noise we heard about Rwanda looking good, better than Nigeria and all the rest of them? Anyway, that's just by the way. That's politics. Let's go back to football.
So Calvin Bassey with the ball right now. We send it straight for the run of Victor Moses, but couldn't keep it in play. Will be a throw in to
The tension is building
Rwanda.
right now.
Yeah.
The game has only 3 minutes to go now, and there is no goal on either side. Somebody stepping out from Nigeria.
Lookman.
Ademola Lookman will not score in this game. Neither will he
For
assist.
Awoniyi, I think.
And I think Bimbo Awoniyi is stepping in for him.
That's why
Taiwo
we have two strikers
Awoniyi.
here.
Or Taiwo,
We have
pardon me.
two forward players. There are two strikers there in that encounter right now.
I think this substitution could have come on maybe
Like 20
And-
minutes, 15 minutes to the
And in
end
the
of-
other encounter, it took South Africa the 95th minute, 5 minutes additional time to get a victory, to get 3 goals.
Wow.
3-2 right now in that encounter.
That's a fighting spirit.
And the fighting
Congratulations to South Africa.
In the last encounter they played, we saw 4 goals against Uganda. Right now we are seeing 5 goals against South Sudan in this encounter. So and then
So South Africa is scoring a lot of goals.
Yeah, and it's Timbazwane who scored the winning goal in the 95th minute. We saw him in the African Cup of Nations.
He scored against Nigeria.
Yeah,
And
Timbazwane. And
World
right
Cup
now, a praise here for Apolis of South Africa, who scored 2 goals in this encounter. Yeah, 2 goals in the first half. Where Oswin Apolis, who played for Polokwane City in
South Africa. Yeah, so the Super Eagles still with the ball right there. Calvin Bassey will link up play with Victor Moses, who cut back into space, but every of their link up passes has been blocked. And I think you just have to give it to the coach of Rwanda's. He found a way to block the loopholes of the first half in the second half. That's why in the first half we kept clamoring, convert your chances. And even they've converted it, Rwanda would have come out to get an equalizer, and that would have exposed them defensively. So the Super Eagles with the ball right there, we try to find time and space. And hey, still the Super Eagles are Onyedika with the ball right now. We link up play with Shemi Ajayi, who will cross the ball into the box. Victor Osimhen!
Ntwari. Ntwari. Ntwari is the 7th grace. Is the 7th grace of Rwanda today.
Victor should have applied more power to that ball.
I think that was all he could do right there.
Too close to the goalkeeper. That was too close to the goalkeeper. A little more power and send it to the... Oh boy, that was the best chance he has had in this game.
And the South African just scored the goal and their match ended there. Right now, in the 4 matches played in the African qualifier, only the match between Nigeria and Rwanda is still ongoing.
You can see the fans celebrating that at least they could hold the Super Eagles
and get a point
at this stage of this game. Really celebrating, and their president is also there in the stadium, crossing to the box. Nwabali gets this one and plays a long one forward.
95 minutes. What will the referee do?
The referee will have to do it because the time was wasted.
Nwabali should get up. Is it the time that you're rolling on the floor? Get up.
He can be in pain.
You know when they took that ball, there was a block on that goalkeeper. They are not playing.
Can be in pain.
The striker was trying to.
He wants to be in pain when Nigeria needs a goal.
Do you choose the time to be in pain?
If he's in pain, there's nothing he can do.
Because if they're actually losing by 1 goal, they will not be in that pain.
But this draw is
the psychology of
this draw is still okay in this Nations Cup.
You might think it's okay, but if we can get a goal, why go for a draw? We have players here who are healthy now.
But he's in pain.
And he will soon get
the goalkeeper is not a player. So if he's in pain, he needs to go down. Or else, if an attack comes and he's not well in good health to save it, I will concede instead of even taking a draw. So I think he did the right thing right there.
Alright, the match between Nigeria and Rwanda have ended and is goalless in this encounter. 0-0 final scores at this point in time.
Yeah, congratulations to both teams sharing the spoil. The Super Eagles still top that group. Then, we'll better luck next time.
Yeah, better luck.
But one thing I love about it is keeping clean sheet for the 2 games.
After 2 games played in this encounter, Nigeria sits with 4 points and Rwanda having 2 points. Yeah, they've drawn 2 games in this encounter. Libya is third with 1 point after drawing with Rwanda. Then Benin is last with no point in this group so far. So if Libya get a victory against Benin, they will be probably second.
Depending on goal difference.
When is the match?
Yeah, depending on the number of goals that the
Libya Benin.
Libya Benin will be played today. Yeah, they will play today by 8 o'clock.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Yeah. 8 p.m. Nigerian time.
So we'll be watching out for that match, and hopefully they will play draw.
Congratulations!
That's the best outcome for Nigeria.
Both teams.
Draw, yeah.
Yes, Libya, Benin share the.
But if Benin wins, Benin goes second, and Nigeria remain top.
It's better they share the points. So let them share the points. 1-1.
All right. Thanks, guys, for coming to the studio. So, what your final take here, Mike, before we close for the next match? Waiting for the next match.
I think the game was fair. Rwanda really did well. They deserve a point from this game, but they have their goalkeeper to thank for it. So let's see what happens next round of call. I think November there, but let's see what will happen by then.
All right, let's see what will happen by then. Yeah, and Doki, your final take on this encounter?
Well, thankfully we didn't concede a goal, and the Super Eagles didn't lose all the 3 points to Rwanda. Sharing a point is not bad, especially when you are playing on such a hostile ground like Kigali, with all the fans out there for your neck, and in the very heat of the day, 2 p.m. in that part of the world is not friendly at all. And we want to also appreciate the Super Eagles because they played pretty fairly. It wasn't as beautiful as the game against Republic du Benin, but it was kind of matching. They were in control of the defense. Much as they didn't have the possession, they were in control of the game, in the sense that only few attacks filtered through their defense to the goalkeeper. Nwabali made possibly 2 or 3 saves in the whole game, while the counter keeper, the opposing keeper, made about 11-12 saves. And in the second half, he possibly made 8 direct saves that could have yielded in goals. And that's why the guy was rated so high. He will possibly get 8/10 or 7.8/10 in this rating. And he would likely be the best player on the field because of the saves he made. Particularly the last header by Victor Osimhen that he saved. That was a crawler. He actually went to the floor and picked up that ball. And that was the breaker for the Super Eagles. It just broke their camel's back. What I will expect the Eagles to do now is to go back to the drawing board and look at the errors they made, what they could have done better, the kind of changes they could have made. Why not implement a 4-4-2 at a point in time and let the midfielders float balls into the 18-yard for Awoniyi and Victor Osimhen? And look for your chance, because if you don't even kick, you are not expected to score. You have to shoot first, and they can actually get something if that had been a tactical change that was brought in 12-13 minutes before the end of the game. But that wasn't to be, because I don't think Awoni was brought in until 2 minutes before the end of the game.
I can't even imagine how many balls he touched.
So for me, a bit of tactical error on the side of Iguavon, but the players didn't do badly.
All right, Yamai, before we close for the day, we're expecting a match on Friday, 2 a.m. That is the World Cup under 20 women going on right now. And the Falconet of Nigeria has been drawn to play with Japan, because Japan are the winner of Group E. You know, they won against Canada, so Canada is second. If just with 1 goal difference, Nigeria would have been meeting Canada. But right now, as it stands, Nigeria against Japan, and Japan is an household name when it comes to under 20 women football. They are very good, you know. So what are the chances of the Falconet of Nigeria?
Yeah, very slim, very slim. You have to look at the way they were blown out by Germany, and I think they will mature in the course of the tournament. And having 2 clean sheets, maybe they can just keep it tight at the back, and maybe fancy their chances of getting a goal, or maybe going into penalties, throwing it down to the wire. But I think it's advantage Japan, to be realistic.
No, well, looking at realities, yes. So this game was to the advantage of Nigeria too. Looking at the books.
Yeah, that's
looking at the records.
Advantage doesn't mean
as well as the strength. But we know how football is. Football can always go either way. So I'm going to stick by Nigeria going through over Japan. As difficult as that decision may be, I will stand by Nigeria, because the likes of Bello, the likes of Okechukwu, the defenders, they weren't doing badly in the last game. They put up a lot of pressure, and they showed the hunger to get goals, and they got goals. And you could see their ball play from the midfield and from the flanks. If they actually played that seriously and that tactically again, they will make Japan run for their money. And of course, when the balls keep coming into your 18-yard, you're bound to make mistakes. and Nigeria might just prowl on that and do something.
All right, before we close for the day, let me quickly read out some of these messages. And it's Agbende J. Osaz, he say, that is watching us from Benin. He says, still have with you guys watching for celebration for Nigerian goal. Good job, guys. Thanks. Says thanks for staying tuned with the Premier Sport Fan Center. And we have Shegun Adeyemi. He say we have Sudan and we also have South Sudan. He also said that Shegun Adeyemi also say Rafael Onyedika, good sub from the manager. Well, good game from the guys. Rwanda will surely be a big problem in the World Cup qualifier, but this pitch is so bad. That is take from Shegun Adeyemi.
Yeah.
It's pretty patchy, but it's not bad.
Practically
it's not
what
bad.
we've been saying.
We're talking about the Rwanda side of it. This pitch, Amahuru, a pitch in the Kigali was actually celebrated for completion of renovation. And for that, they actually dropped a trophy. That is the inaugural trophy for
to launch.
Yeah, that you said earlier.
I said earlier. But yet, from your personal view and from your personal view, from afar, you look at it that it is not a perfect completion. Because
you just have to look at the grass. The color are changing, and it has to be more tilting towards the maintenance. The green grass.
If it was launched in July is about 3 months. July was 3 months ago. And if they haven't watered and maintained the pitch well, of course, the green grass can turn brown in some places. And I think that's what happened. It wasn't a bad field, it was level. But the colors were not. The colors were not.
There was some
yes,
that
not that bad. If you see some other pitches in Africa,
it was a stable field. Just
okay.
the colors.
Not that bad. But
it wasn't even patchy. It was not a patchy field.
The ball was rolling, was okay.
And the players were
but it's not up to the top quality, but it's still manageable. So.
And I also talked about Rafael Onyedika. Is the sub. It's a good sub from the manager.
Yeah.
What did he bring actually to the pitch?
Honestly, for Rafael Onyedika, he really didn't live up to my expectation. I didn't really see him to do something special on the field. You saw what Dele Bashiru was doing. It was just like the quality reduced when he came in, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, Doki, you're fanatic.
Yeah, I believe that Nigeria has a chance to qualify. We should be able to get Libya and get all the 3 points from Libya. And we should be able to win all these guys when they come back home. Well, at least Nigeria has been able to secure 1 win at home with 3 points. Away we got a point. Get back home to win another 3 points. We should be close to qualifying for the Nations Cup.
All right, now for Nigeria to meet again in the World Cup qualifier against Rwanda is in March next year.
Yeah.
A pretty long time.
Yeah, when the thing is, it's better just to leave that topic for next year.
All right, thank you, Yamite, for that. That's how far we can go for today. Don't forget to join us next. We have 7:45 UEFA Nation League, probably the final matches being played. Today will be the match between Netherlands, the inaugural finalists. But though they were the runner-up, they didn't win that one against Portugal. Portugal won it in 2018/2019 against Germany. They've never been in the final before in the UEFA League, Nations League. Today is going to be a very tactical match. So don't forget to join us 7:45 p.m. Nigerian time. We'll be here to cover that match. But for now, it's bye from us and see you in 7:45.